G'day, we're David and Paula. Like many people, we've been working hard for many years and we're too young to retire, but we've decided to take a gap year from work. We've bought a new van and we're doing a lap right around Australia. Oh, g'day, g'day.
G'day, g'day.
So we've just packed up, put the van in storage. Where are we at? We're at Kimberley Land. Again, we've ended up being in caravan parks a couple more times than we like, but it hasn't been too bad here. We just needed to clean everything. Wash the van, wash the car. The car inside's not washed, but outside it looks washed, and dirt just still keeps coming out of all the nooks and crevices. It's sort of, it's like when you've been at the beach, you know what it's like. Anyway, so we're heading to Purnululu, the Bungle Bungles. So big long drive ahead of us today, but we'll spend 2 nights in the tent and all those sort of things. Paula loves the tent.
No.
The sleeping bags.
Not so much for Paula, but anyway.
Not so much. So grab some coffee here at the caravan park. We're running a little bit later than we wanted to be, but we'll take our time anyway. All right, all good. Cheers.
See ya.
So we've just turned off onto the Great Northern Highway and we'll stop at the Warman Roadhouse and top up so I've got enough fuel for the round trip. It's a beautiful drive, absolutely beautiful drive. This is just absolutely insane. We're at the Warman Roadhouse and fuel's pretty expensive here. It's $1 a litre more than it is at Kununurra, so it's $2.90 a litre. But depending on what your fuel capacity is, if you're travelling from Kununurra and into the Bungles or into Purnululu, there's no fuel in the park. We've just sort of topped up. We needed less than a quarter of a tank. But the little roadhouse actually isn't too bad. It's got a few bits and pieces as well. This is the Warman community. I think it's Warman. Someone tell me if Warman. Anyway, it's the closest fuel. Otherwise, you've got to get to Halls Creek. So it's the closest fuel to Purnululu. It's a bit rough. Glad I washed the car. Oh, I know. Didn't realise that you had to check in, so we'd pre-booked, so everything was booked. And they're unallocated sites, so we sort of thought we'd just sort of head down.
You got to check in as well.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Paula.
Don't show me. How cruel.
Don't show me, she says. Time to get some coffee on. Oh, we're at the Bungle Bungles, Purnululu, at Walardi campground. And Paula loves camping. We can't bring the van in here. So anyway, it's coffee and toast time. Vegemite toast and coffee. Good little machine. It's fiddly. It's fiddly, but it's good.
We're going to Cathedral Gorge.
Going.
It still looks as beautiful as ever.
Yeah. I mean, check this out. I mean, it really is gobsmacking, isn't it?
It is.
It's absolutely gobsmacking. There's a little bit more water than when we were here last time. That's the leftover water from that rain event about a month ago, which trapped us up on the Gibb River Road. The camp host was saying that unusually there was actually water in the river near the Walardi camp, which is a dry camp. So at the time the kids were building little dams and all sorts of things, having an absolute ball.
So this is part of the walkway going into the Cathedral Gorge. Beautiful. So there are some stairs and rails to help as you go in. A couple of little climbs. Most of it's fine so far. It's pretty actually. Wow, we're here all by ourselves, Dave.
I know, it's amazing.
And look at all the water in here.
We're here all by ourselves. It's actually stunning, isn't it?
We're
all
here,
by ourselves.
all by ourselves.
Yeah, it's good. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just check it out, eh? What do you reckon?
It's good. Still good.
Still good. It's good again.
Yes.
And I reckon in 1,000 years it'll still be good.
Yep.
As we go back, we'll see the different light on the domes. Okay. So it's an hour from Cathedral Gorge up to Echidna Chasm, and it is a good hour. One person said 40 minutes, but there's no way knowing you do it 40 minutes and stick to the speed limit and do it safely. So we've got here, and hopefully when we get to there we'll see the sun overhead and the glow, but we'll find out. So we're just running just a little bit late. It's a bit rocky, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Got a good issue.
Yeah, there's a rock fall that stops you from going further in. I don't know whether some people have climbed up, but you can sort of still see a little bit more of that orange glow. You can see the orange glow around me. The walk in was a bit hard on Paul's knees, so she's just taking a break back in the main chasm. We'll go back in a sec. If you keep coming past the rock fall, do the narrow part of the chasm. Boulders just above me. Yeah, the light's changing, of course, as the sun's moving over different parts. So some of the different chambers are getting different light. You get that orange glow. It's actually pretty specky. Paula thinks the aggregate looks like stippling, or what the Americans call popcorn on the ceiling, so I suppose the decor's a little bit dated. Yeah, the light changes significantly here over that lunchtime period, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You're walking up a pebbled riverbed, so you just wear reasonably firm shoes. Oh. Wildlife. Yeah, wear reasonably sturdy shoes and just take it easy. And if you've like, it's not hard, like you only need moderate fitness, but it is hard on your steadiness and on your ankles and on your knees.
On your core muscles.
There's all these palms at the entry.
It must be an underground waterway.
Oh, well, yeah, there'd be water for sure, wouldn't there? Paul stopped in the main chamber of the chasm and watched the light go through, but didn't take any video. All right, so sorry you miss out on that like I did. I pushed further up into the chasm, up to where the rock falls have stopped you from going any further. And there's a couple of twists and turns, so the light varies as you're moving around, so you get different parts glowing at different parts through the hour. How's Echidna Gorge?
It's good.
How you feeling?
Buggered.
You buggered? Paula's knackered. This is Paula in camping mode. Paula likes camping.
Not so much.
But we're pretty comfy. The awning on the Defender and the tent that hangs over the top, and so we've got our own little camping setup. This is the same setup that we trialled at Fraser Island, and all for this sort of stuff. And it's a little bit, it's cooled off a bit, Paul Ryan.
It has cooled off.
You're loving this, aren't you? Yeah, probably can't see this very well. Paul has knocked us up a gourmet storm. She's having cauliflower and dal.
Pea dal.
Cauliflower and pea dal. And I'm having nasi goreng. That's actually not bad. And there's Paula in the dark over there. It's been a good day, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a good day. Cathedral Gorge, Echidna Chasm. Yeah.
Looks good.
Bumpy roads.
Bumpy roads.
Paul had a big kip. We'll talk about it in the morning, but...
So this is the Purnululu Visitor Centre, and there's work going on. It's early in the morning and we're actually heading out. We've spent 2 nights here. It's been really good. But the visitor centre is very well placed at the entrance to the park, and it's got a lot of information in there. So if you're coming down here, we recommend you stop and say hello to the guys, and they'll give you a little map and show you where all the activities and the sites are.
So that's been lovely. Been good?
It's been good.
Yeah, what do you enjoy the most? The camping? Your camp?
I enjoyed the walk into Cathedral Gorge, that was good.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed seeing the light through the other one.
The Echidna Gorge.
At the Echidna.
Yeah. The driving's been a bit rough. Yeah.
It's not been too bad.
The drive has been pretty good, but the driving's been a bit rough.
Oh.
No, it's good here. So we decided to spend 2 nights, and we think that's about right. We drove in from Kununurra, which is a long drive, right? So if you do that, you definitely need 2 nights, and you need to make an early start of it. And if you did that, you're still better off forcing yourself on the first day in to do something in the afternoon. And then you've got a full day the next day, and then as we're late as it is, but we're heading out. So definitely, if you're coming from Kununurra, you need 2 nights. Now remember, you can't bring a double axle caravan or van in, so either single axle or, as we've done, the tent and camped. But some people stop at Spring Creek, leave their caravan there and come in, and even then I still think a day trip's a bit long.
It's still a long, it's a bit of a rocky road it takes 2 hours to get in. So.
Yeah, so probably better off trying to, if you're doing it from Spring Creek, try to do an overnighter, and get in, do a couple of things, the next morning, and then come back out. I suppose some people got animals and all those sorts of things, and they might only day trip. It's a reasonably rough road in, and it's like nearly 60 kilometres of rough road in. The roads inside the park, they say, are better. They're marginally better in some places. Yeah, but absolutely stunning and beautiful place. And because we were a bit tight on times and we'd lost a lot of times around, we ummed and ahed about doing it. You glad we did it? Yeah. But now we're about to hit the road. The new visitor centre here is pretty good. It's pretty swish. Plush loos, little picnic ground.
Yep.
You can buy yourself a cup of coffee. It's just a machine coffee, probably with powdered milk and that sort of stuff, but it's okay. And a few bits and pieces. You can hire a butane stove if you want to hire a butane stove. We had the jet boils, although I damaged one. I don't know how I damaged one, but anyway, I damaged one. It's just another one of those damages along the way. And we stayed at Walardi campground, and it was a nice little campground. It's the smaller of the 2 campgrounds, and it was nice. We won't do a campground tour. It's pretty basic, nice. They're not allocated sites, so there's numbered sites, but it's first in, best dressed for the numbered sites. And again, our tip is come in, go and find your campsite, set your basic stuff up, and then do your trip, because some people who are coming in last thing didn't necessarily get the best sites, although they're all quite tolerable. Drop loos and the camp hosts are pretty good, and they kept the place pretty tidy.
Yep, and they were policing it to make sure there were no freebies going on.
Yeah, and the Walardi camp is actually small, so if people come in and don't pay and people get in, it's a bit harder to deal with. So, and then the other campground is Currajong, and it's bigger, much bigger. We didn't go in there. But anyway, so that's Purnululu. It's now time to head back to
civilization.
Back to Kununurra, shower up, clean up, Still chasing those screws that have come out in the caravan.
Yep.
Got to sort all that out. And then tomorrow we head east.
East.
Yeah. And then that'll be it for WA.
Yep.
Righto. So not a bad way to finish WA. Purnululu.
No, it's been good.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Say hello. Say it. Say hello.
I can't.
It was time to wrap up our time in Western Australia and start the next leg of our adventure in the Northern Territory.
Hot spring. Sorry, I'm still asleep. Like a spa. Territory's wildlife encounter. No.
Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.